Hey guys, and welcome to 2D, or the first episode of 2D, a new gaming podcast by me, James, and my friend Vanya,
Yo,
where we talk about,
glad to be here.
yeah, he's fucking, yeah, anyway, where
Hold
we're
on.
gonna, we're gonna talk about gaming news, game design, video games in general, the interesting stuff.
Have people on probably at some point.
Have guests on at some point. Anyway, let's just get things underway here. There's been some shit happening in the gaming world here this past week. Diablo 3 came out. That's a pretty big deal.
Fuck. I need to pick that up. I'm so upset I don't have it yet.
Wait, you don't have Diablo?
No, dude, I have the trial or whatever.
Oh man.
Friend sent me the trial, and I got to play the beta essentially again.
Oh god, that's miserable.
Which is like
dude.
it's torture. It's torturous.
I thought you already had it.
No,
Like for some reason, like you're talking to me about it. And I'm
I
like, oh,
know.
he's playing it.
I know enough about it, but it's like I just moved, so I have no money. Like I have no money
Yeah.
to spend frivolously on shit.
That makes a lot of sense to me now. I figured you had like pre-ordered it like months
No.
ago or something.
I was gonna buy the collector's edition, but they were sold out
Just everywhere.
everywhere. Yeah,
You can't get a Blizzard Collector's Edition for shit.
I didn't think that they were actually collect. I thought you could just order it whenever the fuck and pay your stupid overpriced.
Okay, it's actually a limited edition.
Yeah, see, I didn't know that. I thought it was like Halo or whatever, where I could go in the day before and order it.
Fuck it. Or like you can go in a week later and they just have the helmet sitting there.
Yeah, it's like
Nobody wanted it.
no one wants to pay $120 for a game. It's like, did you see the? This is a side note, but did you see the Borderlands collector's or limited edition? That thing.
Yeah, that thing's pretty crazy.
How much? Did they say how much it costs?
I was reading on a website the other day, and some chick said she pre-ordered it, and it was like 120 Australian dollars.
Oh, Australian dollar.
Well, she lived in Australia. I don't know what that translates into
I don't know,
like
they're
real money.
kangaroo jacks or something.
Yeah, but how much was the Diablo 3 Collector's Edition? Like $100?
They're all 100, aren't they?
WoW ones tend to be 80, I think, or the WoW expansions tend to be 80.
Yeah, but that's because the game's cheaper, not because the collector's edition's cheaper.
That's the point.
Diablo, I think, was 100, but I think someone said it's like 150 for the chest for Borderlands 2, and I was like, fuck that. Like,
Well, I mean,
I
I
am not
can
going to
look it up.
pay essentially triple. Like, it's just, I don't get it. It's just stuff that's going to sit on your shelf and not be useful and stupid.
The Deluxe Vault Hunters Collector's Edition, which is priced at $100, is
That's the one with the chest?
The internet says, yeah.
If it's 100, that's still absurd, but better.
Is it really that absurd? Games are $60. There looks to be $40 worth of extra bullshit here.
What's in it? You get the bobblehead, that's like $5.
You get that the Marcus bobblehead. You get an exclusive steel case, an Inside the Vault art book,
Right.
Stickers, a cloth map.
All right. Probably if you wanted to buy the art book alone, it'd probably be like $20, right?
A comic book, 4 lithograph postcards.
It's like a digital comic though, so who gives a shit? It doesn't cost anything.
Fuck that then. A numbered certificate of authenticity, obviously.
Why would
Creatures of Pandora wide format ID chart. It looks like a cool poster. I mean, what it comes down to is a video game art book is going to be $30.
That's true.
Like, just flat out, that's $30. And I don't know. I've never been one for collector's editions anyway.
Yeah, I don't collect them. Ha.
I don't own any of the WoW. I own one WoW collector's edition, and that's Burning Crusade, and that's because I found it at Walmart after Wrath of the Lich King had come out for $20.
I'm gonna be honest. I had you let me borrow the art book for Burning Crusade.
Yeah.
And someone gave me the Wrath of the Lich King art book. And I gotta say, I fucking hate both those art books. Because Well, what's the turnaround on an expansion in WoW? It's like a year, right? They do it in a year.
No, more than that. At least 2 year and a half to 2.
Mm. Well, regardless, there are books are the art in the books are it's so sketchy. It's like most of the stuff isn't even finished. That's why I was excited to get the Diablo one because they've been working on that motherfucker for forever. So like the art book must have like even the stuff they've shown, it's all very finished, you know. So I
Right,
was like, I want to see that, you know, I want to see that stuff.
right. The WoW art books always just end up being shit that they've done in the past year. So it's not.
Yeah, it's not impressive because
And
it's
they
you know
had to like publish the book. So by the time the art's actually done for the game, the book had to have been published probably like 3 months prior. I'm just
that's yeah.
I'm just pulling a number out of my ass. Obviously, I don't
All
know.
right, well, art books aside, what the fuck were we talking about?
You went off on a. We were talking about Diablo 3, and you went off on a
Diablo
tangent
3,
about
right? Diablo
collector's
3.
editions. I agree with you wholeheartedly. $100 is a lot, especially considering I'm probably not going to be buying a physical copy of it anyway.
Yeah, I
I'm.
mean that would be the only way I would even buy it.
Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. Hold on. Looking at this website again, Deluxe Vault Hunter Collector's Edition is $99.99. You get Borderlands 2, the bobblehead, inside the vault, which is the art book.
You don't get the chest. The chest is
Stick.
more.
Okay, the loot chest limited edition
It's 100. It's like 150.
is 150.
Yeah, fuck that.
I mean, obviously it's not for you and me. I personally don't think they're ripping people off.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's crime or whatever, but I think I would never ever pay that. Especially because I used to be really into collector's editions, like getting the new stuff, and I thought it'd be so cool to have one on your shelf. But then it's like it just gathers fucking dust. It's just dust, like it like collects on it. You're like, oh, I'm gonna put this on my desk, and it's gonna be totally cool. That bubblehead is just gonna be dusty and in a corner somewhere. Like
Right.
I don't see the value of it, I guess.
I see the value of it for people that are into that sort of thing. And speaking as someone who likes video game knickknacks, I almost prefer to get them when I'm not pre-ordering things, if that makes any sense.
You mean to get them?
Like to just like buy cool video game knickknacks, but not necessarily ones that the developer or the publisher put together in a package for me that I can
Right.
only get by pre-ordering.
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, screw pre-ordering.
Uh, I mean, I remember I got the first Borderlands with you and two of our other friends, and we got it like heavily discounted because it was $150 for 4 copies, which meant that we were getting a copy for free, and we split it that
Yeah,
way. It was like $37. That's probably how I'm gonna get Borderlands 2.
I hope they do that again.
If they do I mean, I think they will because Gearbox and Valve are like
Well, they did. Gearbox did make Counter Strike, and
the
they
Gearbox
made all
did.
the.
No, Gearbox didn't make Counter Strike.
No, they made the ports for Counter Strike.
They
They
also
ported
made the
it.
expansions of Half Life, like Blue Shift and
Yeah, they ported a bunch of stuff to Xbox as well.
yeah, like Gearbox and Valve are like fucking in bed together practically. If a 4-player game, Borderlands 2 is 4 players, right?
Hmm.
A 4-player game like that's probably gonna end up with that
I
kind
mean,
of
it's just Valve at the very least will do it. It's just business sense.
yeah. All right, well,
Anyway,
that was a fucking 9-minute rant about collector's editions. So I can't believe you're not playing full Diablo 3. That
dude, I
sucks.
know Max Payne 3.
Oh my god, that's coming out too. I'm gonna
Uh,
say this about Diablo 3 real quick, and first episode of a podcast, I'm probably already gonna say something that's entirely controversial. I don't think what they've done with it is DRM.
I think it's part of it.
I don't
Well,
think.
okay, we should talk about that later, probably.
All right, yeah, we'll get into that when we're talking
Okay.
more about design stuff. Uh, this is an interesting bit of news right here. Uh, I am somebody that didn't really care for Origin, EA's answer to
I
Steam.
I didn't mind it. I thought it was better designed than Steam. It was a lot
Really?
cleaner. Yeah, it was a lot
I
cleaner.
I don't
I,
know. I didn't care for it. Maybe it's
I,
because I've been using Steam forever.
yeah, I hate the Steam UI. It's terrible.
Uh, Plus, I admittedly love Valve just about as much as a man can love a video game company.
You're a fanboy, yes.
Yeah, I admit it. Whatever.
Anyway, that's not a bad company to be a fanboy. Anyway, go.
Anyway, Origin, or EA, is doing a thing where they're going to allow the developers of crowd-funded indie games, like, stuff that gets their money through Kickstarter,
Kickstarter, right?
they're going to allow those people free distribution through Origin for the first 90 days.
Okay, so maybe I'm unclear as to what Origin is, but isn't Origin only EA published games?
No. EA is trying to make it a legitimate competitor to Steam.
Okay, so you can bring your shit to
Yeah.
EA and like, okay, can you put this on Origin? And then they take a cut, same way Steam does.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right.
So, games like Wasteland 2 and
The Double Fine
Adventure.
which will be on Steam. It's not going to be on Origin. Unless they like poach it or something.
I mean, it could be on both. Who knows? It's not like Valve has like the exclusive rights to it. I'm sure Tim Schafer. It's not like Valve is funding it. Tim Schafer got the money from fans. He can put it wherever he wants. And
That's true. In your butt.
And to be honest with you, to be entirely honest with you, if I didn't already own the game because I helped fund it, I might consider buying it through Origin so he doesn't have to pay distribution fees. Does
Origin run on a Mac?
I don't think so.
Well, that's shitty and completely pointless to me.
Actually, it probably does. You have a PC. What the fuck?
Okay, yes, but I was just curious because I wanted to look it up on. Anyway, yeah, it's interesting. I think it's really nice of them, and it's a good idea to just bring people in, especially indie people, because that's a big draw for Steam. For me, anyway. Like, I very rarely
buy retail games.
Yeah, like, yeah, in general, yes, but also if I do, it's if it's a PC game only, then yeah, it's going to be on Steam. But almost all of my Steam, like I'm looking at it right now, almost all of my Steam purchases are very like Dear Esther and shit, like Binding of Isaac,
Binding of Isaac, Meat Boy, fucking
Puzzle Agent,
yeah, like
stuff
indie stuff.
Yeah, Trine,
Now, it's probably worth noting that being independent doesn't get you this cool bonus.
Yes, you're right, but almost the games that have been kickstarted are almost exclusively independent.
Well, obviously, I'm just like that's an obvious
because they couldn't get funding any other way. Like that's the thing. If they were big enough to get funding, then they wouldn't need to be
independent.
They wouldn't need to be on Kickstarter. They'd be fucking Activision.
Exactly.
Or EA or someone would have given them money.
And it's not. I personally think that Kickstarter is probably the future of indie games.
I mean, you're not going to kickstart, fucking
Call of Duty, Black Ops 4,
Infinity Blade, or fucking, you're not going to kickstart something like that. It has backing,
right?
But it's a good idea on their part. I think it's smart.
It's a great way to regain face in the industry because people fucking hate Origin. Right. I don't care for it, but I'm not a giant detractor of it. I don't think it's the worst thing that's ever happened to PC gaming. I personally just like having all my shit in one place.
A lot of people don't like it as well because it runs in the background. Like, it runs much more... It takes up much more resources.
Well, I mean, for me, it was either put up with Origin or don't play Battlefield 3, which was the game I built my current computer for. So I was gonna put up with it, is what it comes down to.
I just didn't play Battlefield 3.
Yeah, but you didn't care about it. That's
not in the least.
That's the difference. All right, so EA
You
did
know,
something cool for once. That's actually pretty big news. Next thing you
it's
know,
also I want to note that it's a good. We were saying about saving face is because Kickstarter projects that do get funded are usually labors of love because they've already been like people have put in money, they have faith in it, so people do care about the product. You're not it's different. It's like you have goodwill, right?
right?
And then being put like Origin saying, hey, we'll take these games that went through all this and might not have been made, and like, hey, we'll give them a break.
I mean,
It's cool.
what comes next is like it's great because I think Valve will have a retaliatory response.
You think so?
I
You think
absolutely think so.
if
Gabe Newell loves people and money too much to not see something like this and retaliate.
I don't know. I don't think they even I don't they have so I just don't even think they should care really. Like they might to be
See,
cool.
they
Like that'd be the
shouldn't.
only reason.
They shouldn't, but Valve constantly does things that could be construed as just being cool.
All right, fair enough.
Like when they made TF2 free to play, just out of nowhere, you know?
Well,
Or
that was a
even things like 4 packs of games. I mean, okay, being
that's
cool
all business,
and
yeah.
good business decisions aren't necessarily mutually exclusive. EA isn't doing this to be cool. That might be part of it, but it's a business decision.
Mm. That's a good point.
So, thinking that Valve wouldn't do the same. And honestly, competition breeds things that end up being better for the consumer and better for
Breeze.
like distributors overall. So maybe like having Origin will actually be a plus
Yeah.
when everybody thought it was just the worst thing ever. Now,
Maybe they'll have the really cool stuff on there that's not on Steam.
yeah. All right. Well, on to some grimmer news. You were telling me about 38 Studios.
Oh man, this is a story. All right, so I'm gonna kind of paraphrase what I've read so far. So 38 Studios was they owned Big Huge, who made Kingdoms of Amalur.
Right.
They made a bunch of other stuff, but that's the most
That's
recent.
the notable.
Yeah, that's the most recent. So it basically Rhode Island, like they were going to move their studio to Rhode Island because Rhode Island, there's not many game studios there. So the state of Rhode Island was like, hey, if you move your studios, you'll provide like 500 jobs or whatever minimum. I think it's 450, and we'll give you a loan. We'll give you like an $80 million loan. So they did. They moved their studio there, and now they can't pay back the loan, which is
Woo!
important to note that it's a taxpayer loan. Like it's a loan that was made by the state, so they can't pay it back. So they missed a payment, is what happened. They missed a payment of it was like $1 million or $1.25 million or something like that. Yeah, and so they got into like there was a big thing with the state of Rhode Island and the 38 studios. So they decided that to pay back the loan for this month, it's like a monthly, right? To pay that for this month, they're not going to pay anybody. There's just people who work for 38 is just not getting paid this month, and anyone who's a contractor or a temp has been let go. And that's fucking. It's just sad.
Like that is some brutal shit, man. Can you
It's pretty
imagine
terrible.
working at a place and not getting paid?
Yeah,
Because
I mean, I don't know if that means Big Huge doesn't get paid. Any of their like under studios under them, or just people who work there.
well, I mean, what?
Also, okay. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but I just read. People are reporting that the check 38 Studios reps hand delivered to Rhode Island has been returned due to insufficient funds.
Oh, oh
Oh, also,
no.
the guy who moved them to Rhode Island has resigned.
Oh man, dude.
$75 million loan. That's what it was.
I mean, what was the cause of this though? Did
I
Reckoning not do as well as they were hoping?
poor sales. They were saying they have $4 million in expenses, I think, or something like that.
I mean, I'm looking at this article here, and It's talking about if they can secure additional funding, they're planning on dropping an MMO. I mean,
Yeah.
what are they
Which,
thinking?
which, by the way, great business decision. Let's launch an MMO that's been so successful for everybody. I don't know. Do you think MMOs make back their money in like the first month?
Oh, absolutely not. People don't pay to play the first month
No, I know, but you
ever.
pay the box, right? And then enough people probably do pay the first month. Do you think it's just like, hey, it's enough? Maybe. I mean,
But
maybe
no,
not
no,
something.
you don't understand. People don't pay the first month. It's free in
Some,
every MMO ever.
no, I know, but some people pay after the first month. And I'm saying like I already got charged for Terra, so I paid. But like I mean, okay, obviously not Old Republic because that's so fucking huge. It was such like the whole state of Texas worked on that game. Like, but maybe something smaller like Terra, which was already done essentially, and already had like a group of people in Korea that played it being released here. Do you think they made back their money already?
I don't know. That's a good question. Let's see how much Terra cost. Costed to make, rather.
Costed.
Cost to make. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, apparently Terra is not the first thing on Wikipedia. There we go.
So yeah, the 38 Studios thing sucks. I mean, it sucks whenever this kind of crap happens,
To
especially
any
when
company.
when people lose their jobs. But I personally I don't. What have they made? Like I don't know that much about them until this whole thing happened. Here, I'm gonna pull it up. They made Amalur. They're making this MMO.
I mean, what?
This is like
You know what? I
the
don't.
first title was Amalur. Like fuck.
Would you buy an MMO from a company that was going under? That seems like
That's a good point. I hadn't thought about that. That
just
is a yeah. That is a good point.
an MMO requires servers and upkeep, money.
Yeah, yeah. That's a very good
If
point.
you're
I
bu-
hadn't thought of that.
you're buying an MMO from a broke company, you're not going to be playing the game you paid for.
Yeah, that's like an APB style situation. Their concept art looks goddamn fucking gorgeous, but it
Oh,
doesn't seem.
I thought Amalur was a fun game. It looked cool. It was.
I didn't play enough of it to tell one way or the other.
I played like 4 or 5 hours of it. It admittedly got a little bit boring, but RPGs tend to lose their luster for me after
I
about
just
4 or 5 hours in a lot of
yeah.
situations. But
I oh sorry, go ahead.
I liked it because it didn't take itself seriously. It didn't have that like gray and gloom shit that Skyrim had going on.
Which it suited that world.
Right, then it suited it, but it had a much more like Warcraft vibe to it with like the cartoony, stylized shit.
It
As
was very
opposed
Fable. I remember me of Fable.
Fable, that's a good comparison too. I mean, it sucks that they're going under, but they didn't really make something stellar. They made something that was kind of okay. And that game was a big deal, wasn't it? Like R.A. Salvatore wrote it and shit.
Yeah, and they had Todd fuck, what's his name? The
Fucking
Spawn
Spawn dude.
McFarlane. Wait, no, yeah, Todd McFarlane.
Yeah, that's his name.
Um,
I can't find the budget for Terra, so I can't.
it doesn't matter. We'll just
Uh,
move along.
honestly, no, I don't think MMOs make it back in the first month.
I was just maybe I don't know. Just curious.
Especially not smaller ones. Fucking Tor probably made it back in the first month.
I doubt that. That game is so expensive. Because if that game did poorly or like did really poorly, they were gonna they bet everything on that.
I mean, it didn't do all that well, in my opinion. But
Did decent. I don't know.
we'll talk later about MMOs.
So
Oh, so fucking
what's the
GameStop is seeing a pretty big dip in revenue this
So
past
tell me
year.
about that. I haven't read this.
I mean it really sounds fucking like frivolous to me personally because we're talking about millions and billions of dollars.
Right. GameStop is
For
the
the
sin.
quarter,
They're the fucking evil empire.
For the financial quarter that ended in April 28th, GameStop recorded revenues of $2 billion, down 12.2% to the $2.28 billion.
This is what happens when you run a pawn store across like national pawn store.
Fucking, I hate GameStop. Can I just throw that out there?
I fucking hate them too.
Am I
I
allowed to
never
say
shop
that?
there. Why not? Fuck them. If they disappeared tomorrow, no one would give a
It's
shit.
such an uncomfortable place.
It really is. It's terrible to shop
It's
there.
the size of a closet.
Yeah. And you just like hate going up to the counter. You're like, oh god, I'm gonna be fucking accosted by this like fucking asshole working. First of all, they're gonna be judging whatever I'm buying. And second of all, they're just gonna try to shove their bullshit in my face.
I have to be honest. The GameStop near where I live and where you used to live before you moved, the Clearwater Mall, was decent for a while.
I don't know. Fuck that.
Dude,
Yeah,
back
okay, maybe in like high school.
when we were in high school, it was okay. But I went in there recently. God, what was I getting? Fucking probably some 3DS game. And it's like you get it and you take it up to the counter and they're like, you want to pre-order Kid Icarus? You want to pre-order Resident Evil? You want to pre-order fucking Mario Tennis? You want to pre-order Paper Mario? You want to pre-order Animal Crossing? All these games are coming out in 3DS. You want to pre-order them? I'm like, fucking no.
Why did you buy a 3DS, you dumbass?
Yeah, fucking why? Did you see the Vita? It's like flat and shit. It's got touchscreens on the back and front. And
Got touchscreens all over.
but you could touch it anywhere. You won't go to jail. Look at Uncharted. Golden Abyss.
Yeah, yeah, 'cause that's what I want out of portable gaming is to play
Oh
Uncharted.
God, just golden showers. I don't care. Like, you want to buy Game Informer?
Oh God, yeah, I'll buy your fucking
You-
magazine
you
that's like 80% ads.
You clearly have the internet. Because you knew the game you wanted was here.
Fucking shit.
You probably use you're on your internet phone while you're standing in line. You want to buy our magazine? The news is only like 2 months late.
Well, no, the Game Informer has legitimate like breaking news on stuff. Like they had the first Assassin's Creed thing. They had the Elder Scrolls thing.
And you know why you know that? Because it was posted on the internet.
Yeah, that's true. But they never give you information. You have to go and get it.
Oh God! Until somebody fucking scans
Posts, yeah, but someone bought it. Someone bought that copy.
You remember the Penny Arcade comic they made about that? It was like, we feel bad for the video game magazine writer, and he's like sitting there talking about his exclusive Halo 2 story, and then it gets an email about it being leaked on the internet, and he just kills himself. That's how it is. Like, magazines are a dead format, you know.
Yeah, it really is.
The future of game journalism's the internet. I don't know why people.
It's a whole other topic.
Just fucking.
But GameStop's doing shitty, and I couldn't be happier.
But GameStop is enforcing this whole like keep buying magazines. Fucking.
Well, that's what they own Game Informer.
Yeah,
but
I know.
I can't even say they're doing shitty because they're not. They're doing slightly shittier than
they did last year.
Slightly less good.
Let's be fair. 12%. That's
sizable.
Yeah. I mean, 12% of $2 billion. You're
still
making a lot of money.
Speaking of GameStop, do you think it's weird that people pre-ordered like Diablo at GameStop?
Yes.
Like
absolutely.
If you go into a GameSop right now, if it even has a PC section, you know what's in that PC section?
Diablo 2. StarCraft, WoW. Done.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like Diablo 2, like old PC games. Like they do not carry PC games because you can't trade those fucking in. You can't trade them in, so why would they carry them?
I think our friend Kevin bought Terra from GameStop.
Terra had a box?
Terra had a box, and he went and bought it because he wanted to play it like quickly, and he didn't want to download it.
You could have pre-downloaded it.
Yeah, but he didn't know he wanted it until we were playing it on day of release.
Whatever, that's still dumb. You should have gone to like Best Buy or something.
Best Buy didn't have it. I was literally helping him search for it. But GameStop stocks like 5 PC games.
Yeah, and then one of them is Diablo 2. That's always there. And it's always $20.
Every Blizzard battle chest is there.
Yes.
Every one. They probably still sell the battle chest with WoW and Burning Crusade for $30, even though Burning Crusade is a
It's
free
free.
upgrade now if you buy World of Warcraft.
That's interesting. I bet they do. All right.
But
That
I wanted to compare this though. I'm sure you're familiar with the fact that the store called Game, like in the UK
yeah,
and Australia, has fucking gone
they
belly up.
yeah,
Do you
they
think that GameStop's heading in that direction?
I can pray and hope.
I mean, to me, I don't see any reason to ever buy from them when you have Amazon
And like
constantly
the
just
pre
shitting deals. They're like, "Oh, it's fucking Monday. All right.
here's
This
$30.
game that came out yesterday is now $25."
But I mean, yeah, I get it, but GameStop still has the best deals with the fucking publishers, so they get the best shit. They get the best fucking, like, oh, you get a whole extra fucking level if you pre-order from us.
God, that shit needs to stop.
yeah, but it's not gonna, like, and as
I
long as they
mean,
keep doing well,
it might if they continue dropping. If they continue dropping 10% revenue, every quarter, it won't be
I
that
hope
long before
so.
they're in trouble.
I hope they're all dead. Not well, maybe literally, but
I don't know. The fucking CEO of GameStop is probably a shitty person.
he probably doesn't fucking even like games.
Oh, I'm
Of
sure.
course he does. No, he totally
Like
doesn't. Why am
fucking
I
Bobby
saying?
Kotick probably doesn't like games.
They just run a business. Anyway, that's it for news, right?
Oh
That's all we
man,
got.
he doesn't have a Wikipedia. He graduated from Georgia Tech with a degree in industrial engineering.
Fantastic.
He is only 3 years older than us.
Bobby Kotick?
No, fucking the CEO of GameStop.
Oh, good God! I was gonna say
No, fuck Bobby Kotick is fucking as old as Satan. Because
he
he is
is.
Satan. Oh, I want to talk about Zynga real quick. Because they're fucking... Speaking of
Yep.
shitty things, they're kind of going
Yeah.
belly up
Okay.
too.
Yeah.
Not... I honestly can't say I care.
Yeah. They're scum who rip shit off and sell it like and fucking psychologically take advantage of you. They don't make games.
Right. I mean, I knew people that played Farmville for a little while, but that was like the extent of it. I can see why people liked Farmville.
Dude, okay, the main phrase there is for a little while because that game eventually just becomes so
Tedious and boring.
you bottlenecks you to make you spend money and it's
Right.
stupid. I don't it's not fun. It's not fun.
The
It took
game
Harvest Moon.
itself wasn't fun, but I can understand why the social aspect of it, like playing it with your, like, literally people you know on Facebook, and like your farms were next to each other and shit. I can
But
see
you're
why
not.
people
That's
enjoyed
not like you can't see their farm. You can go to their farm and you can help them gather crops, but you don't get anything out of that. Like,
it. Oh well, that's stupid. I didn't play it myself. I just saw all the pictures on
Good.
Facebook of our fucking genius friends shaping their fucking crops like swastikas and shit.
I yeah, it's not it's not fun. They took Harvest Moon and made it not fun, and that's incredible.
I mean,
That's an achievement in
now
itself.
what's interesting here though is didn't Zynga just buy OMG Pop, the guys that made Draw Something?
Yeah, I think they did. Draw Something is doing. They lost like a lot of users.
I mean, yeah, it's because they haven't updated it. There's only
They did.
so many times
Yeah,
you
the
can
word like.
draw the words.
Is it really that hard to just add more words? I don't understand.
Or fucking why add words? Let people make their own.
That's not a bad idea, yeah.
How hard? I mean, I'm not a programmer, so I don't want to talk like I am and sound like a jackass. But I can't imagine it's that difficult for you to draw something, and then for you to write what it is, and then they put those letters and jumble them up with a couple other letters if they want to keep it's like a four-letter word and they have like 16
I think,
letters.
I mean, they made it they made those, I'm sure they made those decisions. Like, I'm sure it's not like, oh man, why didn't we think of that? I'm sure there were, someone considered that and then they just,
I can't imagine
okay.
why they wouldn't do it though. Like that's such a simple idea. or such a
Oh, because it keeps it simpler this way. It's like, hey, you get these 3 words, and they also have like the easy, medium, hard.
that's true. That's true. Then they need to like add words. Like hell, fucking make it something that you have to buy with the in-game coins.
Don't do that.
Like,
It's a terrible idea.
I mean, if
They added some words for Mother's Day, and I was like, what are you doing? Just add like 400. They're just words. You don't even have to fucking do anything.
I know, just like open a dictionary and slap your
Seriously.
dick on a page, and whatever fucking your dick is on, put that in there. It's not hard.
Yeah.
It's literally not hard.
It's not. Your dick is not hard. I don't talk about Zynga or game. I'm done talking about evil.
Yeah, we started off with evil turning good, and then just evil, straight up.
Yeah, and we talked about
And
Diablo.
then tragedy, and then evil.
And then we talked about Diablo, the Lord of Evil.
Literally Satan himself.
What the fuck have you been playing?
Diablo 3 and Pushmo.
How's Pushmo? Is that the downloadable game?
Yeah,
3DS?
it's for the 3DS. It came out like December or something.
So is this who made this?
Intelligent Systems.
Oh wow, like the Advance Wars guys?
The Advance Wars, the Fire Emblem, the fucking Mario and Luigi series, the Paper
Mario
Marios.
Kart. So okay, it's DS, it's 3DSware. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, 3DSware.
It's cool to see Nintendo actually is doing something with that instead of just like where on the DS it was just garbage.
Right.
It's like 100 garbage all the time for everybody, full blown garbage.
Yep. They came out with like one really good game for it, and it was the sequel to fucking Shantae by
Yeah, we're like Way Forward.
Way
I think.
Forward. Yeah, the guy's making the Adventure Time game that I
Oh,
hope
it's gonna
doesn't
be
suck.
so good. It's gonna be pixel, I bet. It's gonna be awesome.
But here's the deal: like, a lot of people when I tell them what Pushmo is, they think it's understandably they compare it to Catherine. With just hearing that it's like a block pushing thing, I
Yeah.
can't even compare it to Catherine after.
It's more of a puzzle, though, isn't it? It's less of like it's less of get to the top, and it's more like put these things in order or something,
It's
isn't it?
figure out how to pull these blocks and push these blocks to create a formation that you can climb.
So it is, Catherine, essentially.
It's not though. Like I've played both of them.
All right, I haven't played Pushmo, so I don't know.
It's,
I wasn't one of the
it's-
unfortunate souls
You know how
that bought a 3D.
you know how Catherine is like you pull one block at a time and then you climb up it, or you have to like
Yeah.
fucking climb around it or whatever. In Pushmo, it's not uncommon for you to be pushing like for you having to like figure out the formation of blocks that are like 30 times the size of you. It's really hard to explain. You just fucking look it up on YouTube or something. It's fun as shit. It's like $7.
I don't have a 3DS.
I'm talking to the people
Well,
listening.
I'm the people. I'm also the people. I was actually thinking about buying one recently, but I don't know. Is now the time? Probably not, right?
Kid Icarus is the shit. I
don't give a shit about Kid Icarus.
Yeah, who does? Nobody did at all. But it's fucking awesome. I can't imagine a game series being rebooted more. Like, this is a reboot in the purest sense of the word. It has nothing to do with the old game.
Isn't it all, like, self-referential and shit?
It does, yeah, it is self-referential. It knows it's a video game. The humor's kind of quirky, I guess. The game is fun, though. That's what it comes down to me. Is I can fucking pick that shit up. It's long as shit. It's fucking...
You can pick that shit up, and it's long,
It's long as shit. It... Literally, you can fucking gauge the difficulty to whatever you want it to be. Like, it starts out at like 3, and you can crank it up to like 10, and 10 like kicks your fucking dick, and you can't do it. So, and then you crank it back down so you can do it with your pride hurt a little bit.
So much innuendo in this fucking conversation.
What I'm saying is, it's probably the best game I played this year until I played Diablo 3.
Better than Super Mario 3D or whatever.
That was last year.
Oh, was it?
But Super Mario 3D Land is pretty good.
This year? Yeah, I don't know if I've played anything really outstanding.
Katawa Shoujo. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, I finished it.
I
I'm
haven't
not
finished it
gonna
yet. I've been waiting for somebody to fucking play it with me, so I can
lie.
have
I
a
bet
fucking
you have.
Yeah, fucking check it out.
Yeah, fucking burn. We're not gonna get into that conversation.
Yeah,
Anything else?
not here. This is serious.
What else have you played besides? You played Diablo? What are
I've
you
been
playing?
playing Diablo and Terra, I guess.
What have you been playing in Diablo?
A demon hunter.
Are you male?
Yes.
I see. I made a female demon hunter because I was curious, and
Bi
but
curious.
yeah, well, that makes no
I
sense.
know. Just keep talking. Shut up.
She had high heels on, and something about that just really put me off. Like, that's just stupid.
Yeah, it's kind of dumb. I
Really
don't
dumb.
see.
Like,
I don't think the male demon hunter looks all that cool. I
yeah, he's
just,
all emo-y.
I just liked how the class played when I played the beta, and
Uh,
everybody I know is fucking playing a barbarian. And wizards, like the casters, like that, the pure caster in the Diablo games never appealed to me. I didn't like sorcerers.
right. I
Um,
don't. Yeah, I don't care.
I liked necromancer, so at some point I'm probably gonna play more witch doctor. Uh, and as far as like playing a gender swap character, like playing a female one, I think the female monks look cool.
That's true. I think all the females look all right. Um, I think there's a different intro if you're female or if you're male or female, which is cool.
Yeah,
I
I
like
mean,
that there's special intros. I mean, I always liked the barbarian. He was always my favorite, and there was never any like chance that I would pick anything else. Like
right? Yeah, because it's
never
you,
any.
and people
Yeah,
probably don't know that about you, but
but fucking barbarian from Diablo 2 is probably one of my favorite characters of all time.
Vanya is obsessed with fucking beards and dwarves
With
and
fucking,
barbarians.
I'm obsessed with fucking. I want to fuck beards. Anyway, how? Okay, so I played the demon hunter a little bit, and I liked her character because I played the witch hunter, or not the fucking witch. What the hell am I talking about? The witch doctor, and it. He was so polite to everybody. Like I didn't even really care how he played. Like he was just. Whenever you talk to, there's that mayor in the first town, and he's just like, "I'm trying to get out of here. Screw this town. I'm the mayor, and I'm abandoning it." And the barbarian was like, "Yeah, well, if you go out there, you'll turn into one of the undead, and you'll find my blade buried in your skull." And I'm like, "Fucking
Yeah,
yeah, that's awesome, right?" And then like I played the witch doctor, and he's just like, "Oh, well, think about you want to stay alive. Think about what that means."
right. Well,
Yeah,
the male demon hunter's actually pretty polite too.
I didn't like that. See, the female one had a really cool voice, and she was all like, "I'm hunting my quarry, and I'm gonna fucking hunt." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's cool. I'm like out there, I'm a it seems cool." Someone was complaining about they're like, "Demon Hunter, man, that's shit straight from Warcraft." I'm like, "Yeah, but they made Warcraft. Who cares? They're like they both hunt demons. Both characters hunt demons. Like, what do you want?"
I don't know. I've heard the argument that Diablo 3 is like World of Diablo or whatever, and I'm just like, fuck
Fuck,
off. Nobody.
shut up.
I feel like people are complaining for the sake of complaining. Just like I don't think that what they're doing with Diablo 3 is necessarily DRM. It's not like you
Yeah.
bought Assassin's Creed and you want to play the single player of Assassin's Creed, but you have to be
Yes.
online to
It's
do it.
not. It's not a single player game.
Diablo isn't and never will be and never has been.
But also, there is an advantage to it being online. Like the Assassin's Creed stuff, there was never an advantage. It was like, okay, you're fucking on. You have to be online because we don't want you stealing this. But you're online with BattleNet. Like I can talk to people who are playing WoW. I can talk to people who are playing StarCraft. You can have that. Like I mean, it's cool. I can click people. Like I can click your name in Diablo right now and see exactly what your guy looks like.
Right.
Like it's cool. Like there are advantages.
Well, I mean, I think most people's like counter to that is yes, those advantages are cool, but why can't I have a single player game tacked onto it too? And my response to that is, did they play Diablo 2? Did they see how shitty it got when people figured out how to hack the fucking bullshit and get their single player character into multiplayer games with all the duped shit and with all the hacked shit?
Yeah.
As far as
That's
I'm
great.
concerned, if Blizzard wants to protect the integrity of the game, that's their business.
Yeah,
And
and I don't even think some guy from from fucking I'm Blizzard corporate Activision. Hi, this is fucking I eat puppies and you have to put online DRM into this game. Like, no, it's like, it was obviously like something that they decided to do. Like, hey, we fuck, because they make all their business decisions from the game design team.
Yeah,
So it's like, we want online only because, that's the way fucking, whatever reasons they had.
the Activision thing, like Activision Blizzard, is just like nothing. The Activision has nothing to do with what Blizzard does ever. It's not like
Yeah.
Bobby Kotick is knocking on Chris Metzen's door and telling him what to do.
Yeah, because fucking they make so much. They're like, we make it, and you can just fucking leave us alone because we literally print money.
Because
You're
Bobby
in the math.
Kotick and Mike Morhaime probably don't even speak to each other.
Dude, you ever like done the math on how much like WoW makes in a month, and it just fucking you just like get halfway through putting in the equation, you're just like, I don't even want to see that. Fucking, it's like an unknown number.
I think I remember reading when they released their newest $25 mount.
Yeah.
It made enough in like the first, like there were enough people in queue to buy it as soon as it went up that it made up for like the fucking amount of subscribers that had left in the past year.
Jesus. Like, yeah, and that cost like what, like
Nothing.
$600. Yeah, like one day, like 4 hours work. Like, there's no manufacturing or anything.
But you know what? To be honest though, I don't care if that's what they want to do. That's fine with me, And they're making money. Blizzard does things right.
Yeah, they do. Then they're not dicks to their fans. They're not. Yeah, it's
Blizzard's never burned me, is what it comes down to. They make me wait a long time for things,
and then they blow your fucking mind and your dick.
but I don't get blue balls.
Yes.
StarCraft 2 was the shit. Diablo 3 is the shit.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Yeah.
And you know what? Remember when StarCraft 2 was first coming out and you had to be online to play the campaign? And
Is that true? I don't remember.
That was a thing they announced, and when people were pissed about it, they got rid of it. They made it so you had to log into the internet the first time you installed it to activate it with your fucking Battle.net account. And then from there on out, you can play your campaign offline. Whatever.
Yeah, it's this idea that, like,
I understand why gamers are cautious. I really do, because Ubisoft has burned them, and EA is burning them, and Activision.
Ubisoft is just like a corp. They're like a fucking. It's not the same.
Blizzard.
They're not giving you any. Like, the fact that it has DRM, the fact that it has online only Assassin's Creed, that doesn't give you anything. You don't get shit for it.
Right. And I think I don't want to sound like I'm riding Blizzard's dick, but I kind of am, because they've been a big part of, like, my video game experience since I was a kid.
Right.
People like Metzen and Samwise and Mike Morhaime, those are people that legitimately care about video games.
Yeah.
That's their life and soul. They're not corporate bullshit suit-wearing people that don't understand the industry.
Yeah, Metzen fucking. I don't think I've in an interview or anything I've ever seen him wear a suit. Dude's got like fucking tattoos and shit.
Metzen is a guy that will sit at a panel at fucking BlizzCon and just talk to people about the story and the lore of Warcraft, Diablo, and StarCraft. He cares about these worlds he's created. They're a company that gives a shit. And it really fucking pisses me off to see people, like, deriding them so hard for stuff in relation to Diablo 3.
Yeah, there's like no trust. It sucks.
And, like, they've never done anything to make me not trust them. They continue to deliver good experience. Hell, not only do they continue to deliver good experiences, they support those experiences long after necessary. There is no good reason Diablo 2 servers needed to be up last week. Let alone get a patch. David was playing Diablo 2 one last time last week before Diablo 3 came out, and he texts me and he's like, I couldn't log on to Diablo 2 today. They were patching it. They were doing maintenance on the servers. That blew my fucking mind, alright?
We had to upkeep it, man. You could probably still go and play like Warcraft 3.
You could probably still go and play Warcraft 2. The
That
BattleNet
wasn't
edition.
that.
There's a BattleNet
Oh
edition.
yeah,
of
yeah,
Warcraft
yeah,
2.
yeah. BattleNet edition.
I'm just saying, man. Blizzard. I'm not saying Blizzard can do no wrong. I'm saying Blizzard has never fucked me.
That's true. I have, yeah.
Blizzard.
I will put up. Even if it was bullshit, I would put up with it from Blizzard because they don't make quality titles. Isn't even. It's like an understatement.
They don't make games.
They make fucking shit you're gonna play for
They make
years.
genre-defining experiences that you're gonna play for the next decade.
Yeah, it's like you fucking sit your ass down because this is your life.
And every single thing people bitch about, it's just like the real money auction house. I think that's a cool ass idea. You know, it takes the idea of a cash shop and puts it in the hands of the players. Yeah, Blizzard gets a cut. That's that. Of course they do. You know,
They made it.
They made it. They implemented it. But
Fuck did you do? You didn't do nothing.
in theory, I can make money playing Diablo 3. In theory.
Right. I'm not.
That's not a selling point for me. I'm not expecting to make money from it.
No, I know. I'm just saying I have literally given zero shits about.
Yeah, I
the
don't.
auction.
I actually don't really care about the real money auction house personally, but I think it's a cool idea.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I think it's an interesting way to handle the idea of a cash shop. Just as I thought selling cosmetic items and selling items that you can still get through gameplay in like TF2 was a cool approach to the cash shop. They're not selling exclusive stuff. You can get it by playing, but you can also get it by buying it.
Yeah, that's why I had to like click through like 13 fucking agreements when I launched Diablo 3.
Yeah.
Because it's so many like different laws and shit that they have to go around. Oh,
I guess
3. I don't. Diablo. Talking about Diablo 3 is depressing me because I want to play it.
I'm
I
sorry.
want to play it.
We can move on.
I want to play it. I want to play that in Max Payne. Can I talk about what I want to play?
Yeah, you can do that. Go for it. I want to play Max Payne 3.
I'm actually going to wait because the PC3 version looks fucking amazing, and I was looking at it on Steam, and it looks like it's fucking graphics are insane, and fuck the Xbox.
It's 2 weeks away, but I can wait for the wait. Hell, I might replay Max Payne 1 and 2.
I've played those recently enough. I don't think it matters at all, honestly. Like everyone says that Rockstar's put so much of their own spin on it, like that it doesn't. It's not.
Oh, that excites me so much.
Yeah, it's like people are like, oh man, fucking Rockstar.
Rockstar?
It's like, no, shut your mouth. They make fucking another company that makes amazing shit that'll blow your dick.
Fucking Rockstar is another company that's like,
you shut up and you play this.
Shut up and you play their games because they're good.
Because you need to. Like, if you were like, oh, if you met someone right now who's like, I haven't played Grand Theft Auto 4, and you're like, what the fuck? Is like,
not even Grand Theft Auto 4. I haven't played Red Dead Redemption. I would fucking just
fucking sit down, shut up, and fucking play this.
Here's a controller.
Just take it.
Take it and fucking figure out what you're missing.
Yeah, so those are things I want to play. What I've actually played is I played some of Terra, not enough to really want to say I played it because it was like an hour or so. I haven't had I haven't had access to anything. My PC's here. I played Skylanders.
Oh god, here we go.
Yeah, so okay, my boss has every fucking Skylander, and they're all here at the apartment, and.
I'm not going to say it's a waste of money.
I'm not. Listen, he shows up here, and he's like, here, I bought this new pack of Skylanders. And he just drops it off here, and it's like, well, cool. You know, and then he'll call me and my roommate and be like, hey, how is fucking Drill Sergeant? Okay, also, Drill Sergeant is a robot with drills. Okay? It's that level of awesome. There's a character called Voodooed. It's great. It's great. They got Patrick Warburton in it doing voices. It's a great game. It's evil to its core, but it is great. It's actually a fun game.
I believe you. And honestly, if I was 8,
it would have all your money.
all every single dollar of my parents' money.
would go to Skylar.
It's like Pokemon, but more evil.
Dude, check this out. We my boss lost his like. There's this whole story, but he does not have his original copy of the game anymore. Right? There's no way to get the game. The only way to get the game is if you buy the whole pack again,
Ah!
the like $80 or whatever it is. Yeah, it's pretty. We go to like stores and it's like, oh, we can't find this guy. He's just like, he's just fucking, he's super rare. Like, he's just sold out everywhere. It's insane. It feels like, you're hunting for Pokemon cards again or something.
I was just thinking, imagine if to play Pokemon, you had to own Pokemon cards.
Oh, don't even speak that.
That's what this is.
It wouldn't even matter because Pokemon cards aren't even popular.
You had them anyway.
Yeah, but they were not even popular anymore, so it wouldn't even work.
No,
but back then,
I'm saying back then.
Blowing your it would have it would have destroyed the economy. What have I been playing besides that? That's about it. I played a lot of mobile games. I played Ghost Trick, which is on mobile now.
Yeah, I've been wanting to look into that on DS.
It is really good. It does a typical Japanese thing where it doesn't let you play for like half an hour. It's really annoying.
What, man? I played through the beginning. Well, quote unquote, played the beginning of Persona 4. I think I can handle anything at this point.
It's good, but it's like, okay, yes, I get it. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Yeah, okay, yes, okay, yes, I understand. Let me play the game. And even I'm like an hour into it, and it still hasn't let go. It's still fucking talking me through shit, and I'm just like, oh my god.
Pushmo's kind of guilty of that too. Where
it's just, I don't know what it is about Japan. Like it seems to be more common in Japanese games. Like these super.
In Pushmo, you have like 10 worlds, kinda, and then 18 puzzles within each world. And I'm in like the 6th world out of 10, and they're introducing new concepts still, which I think is cool. Like ladders that you can go up, like they kind of portal you between parts of the level. And
I think at some point you have to stop and just do things with those concepts. You can't just keep piling concepts. Like that's like what Brutal Legend did, and it sucked.
Yeah. My problem with it though is like it insists on explaining it to you. When I can look at the level, and I'm not an idiot. If I see that there's 4 ladders, 2 of them are green and 2 of them are orange, I can figure out that if I go in one of the green ones, I'm going to come out the other green one. That's why you color-coded it. I get it. That's clever. Well done, but I don't need it spoon-fed to me.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's a modern game thing to just tell you everything over and over and over again.
Well, that's a tired-ass fucking subject.
Yeah, I know, right?
That subject has been beaten like a dead horse.
Alright, let's see. I played something else. Fuck, what was it?
Well, hurry up.
I played Gemini Rue.
I'm not... Oh, yeah, I'm familiar with that.
Yeah, the adventure game.
That adventure game that one dude made.
Yeah, so let me tell you something about Gemini Rue that might blow your mind. It's got a cover-based shooting system.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's not bad. I gotta say. It's implemented fairly well, and it's kind of exciting. Like when they first started explaining it to me, I was like,
"Oh
what?
no!"
What? Like, yes, but part of me was, but I was also like, "What? Like, really? It's a point." Okay, so Gemini Rue is a point-and-click adventure game, like as retro as adventure games get. You have a little crosshair, you move it around screen. You have talk, look at, pick up, whatever. It's that. But when it goes into the adventure, when it goes into the shooting mode or whatever, you like take cover behind something, and it's automatic. And you have ammo, and you can pop out of cover and fire shots. And if the longer you stay out of cover, the more accurate you'll get. And you can try to go for like headshots or whatever. It's interesting. It's really interesting, and it makes me think. Just like, if you made an adventure game, I feel like you would have to have another mechanic. Like how Full Throttle had the motorcycle fights.
Yeah.
Which weren't great, but, had something.
For the time, it was impressive they were doing something.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Anyway, that's it. That's all I got. Gemini Rue is a good game. It's like $10 on Steam, and if you like adventure games, it's a really well made one.
Well, I think that's a pretty good stopping point for our first episode.
Yeah. Oh god, I am really tired.
I am
But
fucking
you're
tired as
probably
shit
yeah,
too. This is 2
you're
a.m.
probably more tired than I am. Well, thank you for having me on for another episode.
Another It's the first one. What are you talking about?
Yep, I
You're
know.
gonna be on every one of them.
I am no idea what I'm saying anymore because I woke up at 7:30 this morning.
Uh, Check us out again next week where we talk more about news, offer our often vulgar opinion on things,
Say fucking a lot.
say
Fuck.
fuck a lot, say shit a lot, and talk about game design a little bit. Thanks for listening, guys.
I'm not gonna stop saying fucking